Good morning, everyone. Tim from Timber Visions here, and today I'm going to show you what I've been working on lately. I've started grinding this big stump. I know I told you guys I would bring you along for this, but it was late in the day. I didn't have time to really get the camera out and get it all set up and stuff, but there, as you can see, there is some left to show you guys as I grind it. But I also checked over my teeth, and it looks like I have to change a few of them. So that's what I'm doing right now. And what I'm going to show you right now is the changing of these teeth on here. So Woodland Mills stump grinder teeth are different than a lot of other ones. They are specific to their grinder, which, you know, that's fine. You're making your product, you can do it however you want. But basically, I'll show you one of them that I've taken off. So here it is. It's what they look like. And I have some chipping up here and starting to wear in the metal. And what this is it's the carbide blade, basically. And it's brazed on here, and that's how this stays sharp for so long when you're digging through the dirt and everything, right? And then it just goes through the flywheel plate, and then there's a nut on the other side, right? And they're in different configurations. Some are straight out, some are angled like this one, and some are straight forward, but they're all biting this direction away from us, basically. So I have some new teeth here, and they're not from Woodland Mills, and I'll show you these in the sunlight. This is how they come, and they come with a bag of nuts for them as well, so you don't have to reuse the nuts, because a lot of times these nuts will wear a little bit on the back side. This wasn't too terrible bad, but it's good that they come with nuts. And then they have this like little wax protectant cover on there. You pop that off, and it's soaked in oil to keep it from rusting. But yeah, there you go. You can see it's just been brazed on there. We're going to test these out, because these are not Woodland Mills. They're not made by Woodland Mills. I'm going to put a few of these bad boys on here and replace a few of the chipped ones I have with these and see how they work out, because these are considerably cheaper than the Woodland Mills ones. I think the Woodland Mills for 6 is I don't know off the top of my head. I'll put it in text over the screen right now, and then I'll give you the price of these here. The thing with these is you got a minimum of a 15 piece order, but I'm pretty sure that 15 of these is cheaper than 12, because I think you have to buy 6 Woodland Mills at a time. It's cheaper than 12 of the Woodland Mills ones. Now you buy this from a guy in Michigan, so I think he just does it himself. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know for sure, but it's not a real fancy website, so I'm thinking it's some guy that's just up in Michigan, and he figured out a way to braze new carbide teeth on, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to switch these out, and we'll have a new I don't know, I think it's like 6 of them I'm going to do. We're going to test these out. I have to try to figure out a way to mark them so I know how they hold up compared to Woodland Mills, but I'll get to that later. Hopefully you can see this on the camera, but these ones that I've replaced are longer than the Woodland Mills. Plus these have that coating on them, give them kind of a brass look, and the replacements they're just like chrome colored. So I should be able to tell them apart After it's been used for a while, but I end up replacing 2 or 6 of them. Ended up replacing 6 of them. Here's one that I replaced. You can see it's chipped up here. I'm not going to throw this away. If I have a total catastrophic failure somewhere, could maybe pop one of these in. So this is a 24 millimeter nut that's on there, and it's held in place on the other end. It's recessed for this square here, so it fits in there that way. But yeah, so it's chipped kind of on the back side there. It's not as big of a deal, but I figured since I was here doing it, I would, any of my chipped ones I was going to replace. And it was 6 total. And this is like that leading at that top edge is, or one of the corners is generally where it would fail. Here's the corner. Not really wearing, getting dull per se, but they are chipping, and I think that's from hitting rocks or metal. So those are the dead ones. When I come back, we'll be running this mill. I had to, of course, unhook the PTO shaft to be able to freewheel this while I did this, because the DK does not have a mid-mount PTO, so you don't have any place to select away from the PTO shaft, or the PTO of the tractor. But here we go. This is everything that was chipped. I have replaced. We're ready to rock and roll again. Probably do a little greasing and stuff like that before I go again, because I put in about, I don't know, 2 hours worth of grinding to get to the point I am. This is a very big stump we have over here. Okay, so I went back and looked at the website where I got these, and the name of the website is Gabdon, GABDON.com, and they're in Utah. I thought the package came from Michigan, but I could be wrong about that. I got these last winter, so maybe they changed where they do business from. I don't know. Anyway, these are $11.50 per tooth, and there's a 15 tooth minimum to purchase. So you're looking at 170 some bucks, and it is free shipping. I was just looking at the website. It is free shipping, and it's a family-owned business from Utah, like I said before, or just said a little bit ago after I clarified. But looks like they pretty much look exactly like the Woodland Mills, and they fit exactly the same. The bolt length is just a little bit longer. That's really the only difference. So I'm not sponsored by them. They don't even know who I am, other than a guy who bought 15 of these. So we will run them, and I will report back on what I find. But if you're in the market for some, I can recommend that they do fit in here correctly, and are a decent replacement, looks like. Let's do some stump grinding, shall we? Okay, so that's probably another hour or so grinding, hour and a half. I got most of the high points. I still got a little peak here. Knock that down. Then I'm probably going to start on this edge here and work that way. May I get that peak down because that's going to prevent me from, this will hit it, so it'll prevent me from going low enough. That guard is pretty dang important. So kind of have to leave it on there. But anyway, I'll knock that one off quick, and then I will start doing a real grind, if you will. Well, there you have it, folks. It's another good 2 hours or so on this stump. So I've gotten 4 hours put in on the stump yet. And this is exactly why, if you look at one of my older videos, before I even got this bigger tractor, I used this stump as an example of how much to charge for stump grinding. And I said in that video, although many people just ignored it or didn't watch that part or whatever, I would not bid a stump of this size with a 3-point mounted stump grinder. I just wouldn't. A stump of this size, which was 8 foot across, what you could see above ground, is probably closer to 12 foot across, maybe even more. 12, maybe 14, I don't know. The thing's enormous, right? And that's why I wouldn't bid a stump of this size. Now, I'm doing it here because that's my house, this is my lot, and this is my stump. I could pay somebody to do it, but it'd be like a $500–600 stump, right? And in my video, I think I quoted it at $250–300, something like that. And at 6 hours in now, somewhere around there, still not done. But I do have a lot of it down to the point where a guy can grind it like a normal stump. It's all these little, I don't know if you can pick it up on the video, there's always peaks that prevent you from going low enough. Plus, when I was over here, I couldn't even extend the 3-point down long enough or far enough to get to that depth. So I think I am going to have to move some of these shavings out of the way, particularly on this side, because I'm still going to grind that same direction from this side to that side. So I think I'm going to call it for this particular video. I might do some more of this later, but for today, that's about all I got time for. So if I don't see you later in this video, till next time, be safe, brothers and sisters.